For our measurements, we started off by measuring the height of the 16-ounce can. The height came out to 8.9 centimeters. We used a ruler to measure the height of this can. Then we needed to determine the circumference of the can. We did this by putting a mark on the can and rolling the can next to a ruler until it got all the way around and back to the mark. The circumference came out to 27 centimeters. Then we plugged the circumference into the circumference equation, which is circumference equals 2 pi times the radius. Then we used basic algebra to determine that the radius equals 13.5 divided by pi centimeters. We plugged the radius and the height into the volume equation, which is volume equals pi times radius squared times height. We plugged in the height and the radius into this equation, and the volume came out to 1,622.025 over pi centimeters cubed. Then we plugged in the height and the radius into the surface area equation, which is 2 pi times the radius squared plus 2 pi times the radius times the height equals surface area. We plugged the height and the radius into this equation and got a surface area of 364.5 divided by pi plus 240.3 centimeters squared. For the second can, we started the same way by determining the height with a ruler and got a height of 14.6 centimeters. Then we determined the circumference the same way by rolling the can with a mark on it next to a ruler and got the exact same circumference of 27 centimeters. Since the circumference was the same, we plugged it into the circumference equation again, used basic algebra, and got the exact same radius of 13.5 over pi centimeters. Then we plugged in the radius and the height into the volume equation, which is volume equals pi times radius squared times height, and we got a volume of 2,660.85 divided by pi centimeters cubed. Then we did the same thing we did with surface area the first time by plugging the radius and the height into the surface area equation, which is 2 pi times the radius squared plus 2 pi times the radius times the height equals the surface area. We got 364.5 divided by pi plus 394.2 centimeters squared for the surface area.